Good morning.
Good morning.
We've decided to do a 6-month review video.
Yes.
We did a bit of number crunching ourselves, didn't we? We were just interested, what have we spent? How far have we travelled? And I think it might actually be helpful for some people.
That are considering travelling, yeah.
Yeah, so let's share.
Okay.
Let's just start actually. Who are we? Because I know we've got some viewers who don't know us personally. Thanks for jumping on board, by the way. Really appreciate it. My name's Jen. I am a mum and a registered nurse, and have been a registered nurse for 26 years and have been a mum for 28.
I'm Rick. I also work in the public service. Yes, we have 2 children, like Jenny said.
Natasha is turning 28 next month, isn't she?
Mm.
And Jack, just about to turn 22. Happy birthday for next week. Yeah, so we're actually on long service leave from our jobs, so we are still employed. We've taken 12 months off. Luckily, both of our jobs said we could.
Yeah.
And we've taken long service leave at half pay, which has enabled us to travel.
For the 12-month period.
Yeah. So we should talk about what we're travelling with. We've got a D-Max 2019.
Yep, and a Drifter.6 camper trailer, which we've owned from new. It's about 6 years old.
Yeah, I love it. That thing goes everywhere, doesn't it?
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah, so far we've travelled, 18,960 kilometres.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's a long way. It's probably further than that by now. And of course, who can guess what the biggest cost is involved?
Well, obviously fuel is at the moment.
I think it's always going to be fuel. It's going to be right up there, isn't it? But yes, this year has been challenging with the cost of it.
Yep.
So we've done, how many litres?
3,233 litres at a total cost of around about $6,900.
Wowzers, bajowzers. So that averages out to about $275 a week, which is massive, really, isn't it?
Yep.
So with our setup, we do run a little bit heavy. We do have a GVM upgrade on the car.
Yep, so the D-Max weighs about 3.6 tonne and the camper trailer is about 1.2. So yeah, she's a heavy unit.
Yeah, a little bit thirsty. I think we use about 17 litres per 100.
Yep, that's what we calculated, yeah.
Yeah, and our average cost of diesel has actually come around $2.17
$2.17
per litre. Which isn't too bad. The most we paid was up on the Gib just recently.
$2.98 on the Gib.
But you have to expect that in some remote locations.
Yeah.
And the prices are coming down, which is really good. We wondered whether they'd stay up there a bit. So other costs, I think the other big cost has been groceries.
Groceries?
Which you'd expect. I mean, you've got to eat, right?
Yep.
But groceries encompasses everything, obviously, and we're coming in at $200 a week.
Yeah, that's not
Just
too bad.
over.
So $5,104 in total so far.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good.
Yeah.
The other big cost for us, I don't know whether we should talk about it. It's actually alcohol. You do pay a premium in some places, but still, we're coming in at about $92 a week.
$92 a week, yeah.
Yeah,
Total cost so far, $2,307 when you say it that way.
Well, there are people sitting out there going, what? And then other friends I know that we've got going, you. Look, another big cost, accommodation. Actually, I'm not going to call it a big cost.
No.
Because you'd actually think it'd be up there with one of the highest. We've come in at around $115 a week.
Yep, so $2,892 so far. We do a lot of free camping, which helps us a lot. Yeah.
And low-cost camping. We've found that the council-run campgrounds are really good and very economical. And also, of course, national parks. Yeah.
Yeah, the private campgrounds or caravan parks and that are a lot more expensive.
Caravan parks. We'll talk about caravan parks.
Yeah, especially in remote areas.
Yeah. And probably one of the other biggest costs we've had, which is one that you can easily get rid of or you can boost up, tours.
Tours, $4,723 so far, which averages out $188 roughly a week.
So if we see something we want to do, we go and do it. Obviously, we want to make sure it's good value for money. There's probably only one of those tours we've done where we thought, that actually really wasn't good value, and it was pretty expensive, but the rest of them have been amazing.
Yeah,
So,
amazing experiences.
yeah, see if you can pick out which one we're talking about in the videos, actually. We'll leave it with you. So if you look at all of those costs that we've just mentioned, add them all up, average it out per week, we're coming in at $875.
Yep, which is not too bad. However, there are a few things missing from that total, which is car servicing, eating out, and obviously incidentals.
We do eat out a little bit, but not a lot.
No, not much. What did we say we averaged roughly a week?
Well, I reckon you could say $150 a week for eating out, keeping in mind that sometimes we might go and spend $150 on a really nice meal.
Yeah, that's right.
And other times you'll buy a burger and chips for $20.
Mm.
You know, so it does vary week to week hugely.
And then obviously incidentals are things like filling up your gas bottles, going to the hardware store to get
national
bits and
parks
pieces.
passes.
Yeah.
Maybe going for an emergency dental trip. Do we count that? Yes, I broke a front tooth.
Stop
I
eating.
hid that.
It's those lollies. They'll do it to you.
You know what I want to talk about is challenges. Because we make the videos, everything's happy.
Yep.
But we don't necessarily talk through a lot of the challenges on a regular basis. I think one of the big ones for me has been our setup and weather. So we are obviously rooftop tents, camper trailer. We don't have an inside space. We can't close a door, get privacy. And we can't get away from the wind and the rain 100%.
Yeah, we do have walls that go on the camper trailer, which does help a lot. But obviously you still can get that breeze underneath. It's not fully enclosed.
When the rain is driving in.
Yeah.
It's a challenge.
It's a challenge, yeah.
But this weather, where we are at the moment in up at the top end of WA and Northern Territory, perfect.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Awesome.
Oh, so good.
Yeah.
So that's been a major challenge, and I think also the fact that we don't plan where we're going. We have a sort of rough idea, but we don't have an itinerary, so we don't book ahead.
Yep.
That's been a big challenge, especially in the first instance. Would you agree?
Yeah.
It's sort of brought on an anxiety of like, where are we going to be? How much will it cost? Are we going to fit in? Stuff like that.
Yeah.
But you learn to adapt really quickly.
Yeah.
And it then becomes a bit of fun.
Yeah, Wikicamps has helped a lot in finding locations where we can stay. So we use that app a lot.
That is a big, big thing, actually. If you are travelling, do get Wikicamps. What's it cost, like $8?
$8, definitely worth it.
Oh, you can't go anywhere without it.
It also tells you where you can get water, points of interest on the way.
Yeah.
So when you're planning your trip, you can see what things that might interest you.
There's even a trip planner on there. We don't use it, but we've met people who do, and it's really good, actually. Made me wonder.
Yeah.
Anyway, so they're probably the major challenges. Can you think of anything else?
Ooh.
Oh, and what about red dirt?
Oh, yes, red dirt.
Oh, my God.
Oh.
It gets into everything. We have red dirt through every inch of our setup, don't we? And look,
we kind of expected it.
Yeah.
We did buy a lot of bags from Drifter, so you can put your clothing in bags. And
that's worked well.
Yeah, and other bits and pieces, tools and max tracks, all that in bags and stuff to try and keep that out, which helps a hell of a lot.
Yeah.
And if you're travelling in Australia, you need a 12-volt blower.
He uses his blower all the time. I should get some footage.
Yes.
You pull up to camp, first thing you do, blow. Yes. So let's move on. I think, should we touch on just what are some personal sort of lows? Like, not negatives, but I guess personal challenges.
Okay.
Like, I know, missing...
You go first.
Missing family and friends.
Okay. Well, that would have to be one of mine too.
Yeah. As much as I love ya. But yeah, missing the kids dreadfully. The dog.
Yeah, Hunter boy.
Yeah.
One of my lows, I would have to say the way caravan parks cram you in like sardines.
Oh, yeah. Look, we haven't been to a lot of caravan parks, have we? So we can't speak for, all of the Australian caravan parks, but oh my goodness, our experiences
Yeah, you'll see in one of our videos how close you are to other people. It's absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
And yeah.
It might be okay if you're in a caravan, we don't know, to be all lined up and only have a couple of meters between you. But when you're in our setup and, it's quite exposed.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah, very challenging.
Yeah. Ooh.
Well, talking about space.
That's right. What I have noticed is that when we are camping, a lot of people like coming and camping right next to you. So there's does a little bit of lack of respect and personal space.
Yeah, we've tried to work out what that is. You're in a big free camp. It can be a huge area, and you've taken up your nice little corner. And next minute,
We've got someone camping 3 meters on us.
yeah, and look, we have actually asked people to give us our space, and we've had mixed kind of responses to those requests.
Yeah, most people have been really good, and I think we
Yeah.
had you had one little encounter, but
I
we
got
worked
some
through it.
fair abuse, yeah.
Yeah.
But look, for the most part, everybody's like-minded. We're all out here doing the same thing.
Yeah.
So there is a fair bit of respect in the caravan and camping community, but there is just that struggle. And I think it probably comes down to people being stressed and not thinking, and
Yeah.
so that has been a challenge, definitely.
Speaking of space, I think personally 25 metres is a good distance.
Yeah.
That should be the minimum.
Yeah, I think so. It's almost like an unwritten rule.
Yeah, so if you agree, let us know in the comments.
Yeah, what do you reckon? Should we go on and talk about highs, or have you got any other?
Ooh, highs. Ooh, I talk about these all the time, especially to other travellers.
Well, everybody sees our highs.
Yeah. Membernup Beach. Now, this is down in... Is it South Australia? I can't... WA.
No, it's WA.
WA.
It's 100 kilometres east of Esperance.
That's right, of course. 100 kilometres east of Esperance. Now, it's not far from Lucky Bay. That's well known. It's probably about 40 k's east of Lucky Bay. It's beautiful. It's like, crystal white.
Well, they would have seen it in the video.
Oh, the beach is just beautiful. Like,
I think Rick fell in love.
The fishing, the spear fishing, the sunsets, just everything. It was just a beautiful location, wasn't it?
I think your other favourite location was the other Lucky Bay campground, wasn't it?
Yes. Now, this one's south of Calberry, this Lucky Bay. So not the one down at Esperance. It was also beautiful. It had a reef about 100 metres offshore, which ran around, came back onto the beach, so it formed like a lagoon. So once again, that was great for fishing.
They would have seen it in the videos.
Snorkeling. Oh,
these are good viewers. They're watching.
Yeah, and full driving. They're 2 places you have to go to. And look, I don't think they're on YouTube that often. I have seen a few YouTube clips about both locations.
People might be trying to keep them secret.
Yeah, well, not now.
I'm really struggling to actually talk about highs because there are so many. I think swimming with the whale sharks as an experience, my goodness. And we've actually just done something just recently up on the Gib.
Yes, we're just coming up.
Is coming up in a very close video.
Yeah, so with the Gib, we've decided to do it in 2 parts, haven't we?
Yeah, so it'll be in the second one. So watch the first. That'll be coming very, very shortly. The second one, wow, watch out for that experience. It's going to be one of my highs for sure. But as for places, I think I'm with you on Membernup Beach. I did fall in love with that.
Yeah.
And also the national parks. I found Calberry National Park to be quite a nice little surprise. And, oh my goodness, of course, Karajini.
Yep.
Oh, wow, loved it.
Gorgeous.
And the Gib River Road.
Oh, that was unreal.
I was surprised.
Yeah.
Yes, challenging, but my goodness, definitely worth it.
Yeah, it's a must-do.
So, where do we go to from here?
Ooh, so from here, we're currently at Kununurra at the moment, and we're going to head up to Litchfield.
Yeah, so we're heading into the Northern Territory. We have kind of bounced around the border of the Northern Territory a little bit so far, because we went down to the Bungles, did Duncan Road. But, yeah, into the Northern Territory. We're going to spend a few months,
Yep.
probably,
Yep.
bouncing around in there and then off to Queensland.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
and then we're running out of time at that point.
Oh God.
Yeah.
It'll be Christmas and then back to work. Ugh.
Yes. And look, the channel will hopefully keep going
Yes,
at
definitely.
the end of this trip. We would love to do some stuff around home.
Yep.
Really highlight our local area. We've spoken to so many people on the road, and they've even told us that's what they'd like.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, and on that note too, the people that we've met along the way, I should say actually, you know what, that's a high. For me, I think, you know, it's meeting all of these people from every walk of life and sitting down by a fire, having a good chat. You really get to know people.
Yep.
And you know what, so many of them have jumped on our channel.
I know.
And you all know who you are.
You're legends.
And we really enjoyed meeting everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, haven't we?
Yep.
So, is there anything else that you want to talk about?
Oh, let's check our cheat sheet here. Oh.
I think we were going to mention, is there anything we brought along with us that we haven't really needed?
No, not really. We culled a lot, obviously, so we came in on GVM, or under GVM, I should say. And yeah, I think we did quite well with what we brought.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we argued about, well, didn't argue, but we and ahed about bringing the cast iron pot to cook in, and we've used it a lot.
Yeah.
So I'm glad we brought it.
Yeah.
The only other thing for me, like, should we have brought something, or had we had the opportunity to bring, would have been bikes.
Oh yes.
Push bikes. It's one of those things that I've heard a lot of travellers talking about, do you take them, do you not? We would have used them.
Yeah, we would have used them.
There's been a lot of opportunity, a lot of places you stay where you could just ride along a beautiful lake path or a beach, you know.
Probably more so than the surfboards that we actually brought.
Yeah,
we
true.
only used those once or twice.
We've been camping at some amazing, like, downhill mountain bike parks and things like that. So we would have really gotten into that because we do like our mountain biking.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's something that we have learnt from, and we'll be able to travel next time with bikes.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
If you do bring a bike, make sure you bring a cover for it. Seriously,
yes.
We've seen a lot of bikes out here that are
They
destroyed
are banged up.
because they're covered either in red dust or stone chips galore, whatever. But
yeah, it's rough out here.
yeah, you really need a cover for them.
I think we've just about covered everything.
Yeah, if there's anything else that you want to know, or you want
Good point.
more detail, more information about what we've talked about, comment, we'll get back to you as soon as we can.
Yeah.
Reception's a little limited, obviously, where
It's
we are.
incredibly limited. That's
Yeah.
a low. Come on,
Oh.
Telstra. My God, bring on Starlink.
Yes, something that we're looking into.
Oh, yeah. Bloody internet. All right, guys.
Well, yeah.
Wrap it up?
Wrap it up.
Yeah.
Okay, just
Thanks again.
get your family and friends to subscribe, like, and hit that little bell. See you, legends.